welcome to The Girl Meets Yarn. My name is Marilisa and this is episode 5, all about our what I will say, capsule wardrobe for summer 2018, fall 2018. So let's get started. Okay, you're gonna be like, what? Summer 2018, like spring just started, although some places have not started, because this morning I walked my dogs and it was like 35 degrees. I had every layer except gloves and hats, so my ears froze and my fingers froze. And my dog was like, he was so excited trying to, see everything, because the sun is out. I will say that. The sun is out. It's been raining cats and dogs here forever. So, who am I? I'm Marilisa. I will be your girl today, and I'm coming to you from Bentonville, Arkansas. And we are going to talk today all about my capsule wardrobe that I'm scheming for summer 2018, so fall 2018. So you're going to be like, what? Are you crazy? Yes and no. I have noticed that I was always going around my closet and be like, oh, I have nothing to wear, or repeating my, just pieces over and over. Like I use the same 3 jeans, I use the same sweaters when I go out, and then I was noticing that I was having some holes or some areas that I was lacking. So I've been talking about this book before, and it's called The Curated Content, and this book is by Anushka Rees, and it's not a light read, right? It's not going to be a book that you're going to have a list and you go into the mall and you buy all these pieces and that's it. Which for some people that works, but for some people like I am, it doesn't work. Why? Because you can have a list for a certain lifestyle, but the reality is that my lifestyle is mine and unique. So sometimes even those lists don't work for me. So this is not, again, it's not a light read. You cannot go through it. It has, let me see, 252 pages. 252 pages, and it's a lot of reading. It's not something that you can go through in a day, but I will guarantee this book will definitely change the way you dress. And I am not being sponsored by this book in any way or form. I just found it. I found that this book is awesome, and why not spread, write the word. So you're gonna be like, oh, okay, so it's about your wardrobe. So what does it have to do anything with knitting? So I have been doing a lot of my own wardrobe pieces. So I've been doing some jeans. If you have seen my previous episodes, I've been doing a lot of shirts, dresses, all that, trying to just find, or just having like a complete wardrobe. And I noticed that I was missing also some sweaters. So let me get back into what this book is. So I cannot go step by step with you with what the, what exactly does the book does. And I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm going to go into kind of like, whatever other information you can find around the web about this book around. So this book started with why you're doing what you're doing, right? And if you don't connect with that right away, then move on. So maybe go into library, get this book out. You will have to have this book for more than a month. So it's not going to be just like 2 weeks and back into the library. So go ahead, read the introduction, maybe take it home, and if it works for you, then go ahead and buy it. It's not that expensive. I think it was less than $20. This is here is $24.99. If you get it on Amazon, I bet it's like $18. I don't know. But look it up. So you start with the 2-week process. So what do you do in this first 2 weeks? Nothing. You just, well, you do. So you go ahead and you journal what you've been wearing for these 2 weeks. It means everything. It means whenever you go out to do, I don't know, errands, what you're wearing on your day-to-day, like entire day. So I even went and I journal my pajamas. I did a lot of, at first I made it like, you know, I want to be super trendy and a little bit of force, but then I noticed that it was not, yeah, those days were fun, very fun to see, but then I had some other days I had nothing to do and I was hanging out in my pajamas all day. You know, we can go into a long episode about that, but I'm not going to go into it. So I noticed that I was doing a lot of that. So after your 2 first weeks that you're being journaling your entire wardrobe, whatever you have worn, you go and you ask yourself a bunch of questions, right? It's pretty much how you feel, what kind of struggles you had when you started, you know, like dressing up, or there's like a page and a half. I think it's like 2 pages and a half. It was a little long. But it just makes you understand what works and what doesn't work. So then you go ahead and I'm reading. So then you go ahead and you start to find, by doing some mood boards and some other stuff, you start to understand what do you want your personal style to be. So what is your personal style? What do you really like, right? It's more, it's less trendy. It's what is your personal style. And you will see, you will have some people that you know that they have great style and their style switch a little bit from season to season, but they have this awesome wardrobe that you know is them. If you see them maybe in the mall and you don't see their faces, but you see what they're wearing, you will know. I work retail for many years, and I work high-end retail, and I had this client that she didn't buy any purses. She didn't buy any purses from me. Well, she did, but you know what I mean. It was not like what she always wore, or what she was always buying, I would say. But she had this awesome style, and then she incorporated some stuff here and there she got from us that it was really like statement pieces. So she had a very strong core wardrobe, and then she added some pieces seasonally, and I thought that was always very cool. And but for her it will always work because she has that core, right? Those awesome foundation blocks, very strong. So you go in through that, you know, you find your personal style, what you are into, like nautical, comfortable, sophisticated, relaxed, masculine, whatever. And then you go and you start going a little bit deeper. So you want to start kind of like figuring out what your, and I'm gonna look down. So your overall vibe, right? If you're a classic girl, a vintage, modern, a masculine, it's bohemian, whatever. And then you go into individual items. So what items do you really love, right? Or what items you really dislike? So for me, there's one thing that I cannot, like you will never see me in a pink shirt, and like that's not me. Like I really dislike the way pink looks into my skin and on my like body, and I think it's very, for me, it's like very like babyish. But again, this is the way I see it. This is very personal. I'm not taking any digs into nobody. And then you go ahead and you go and explore colors, you explore silhouettes, you explore materials, and you explore the way you style your stuff. So there's a lot of homework, and I think this one takes a lot to really look. So you have to go to Pinterest, you have to go and see people outside, and you have to like stalk people on Instagram. So you have a really solid just style, so you know what really your style is. So then you go and you detox. So what do, right? You go into your closet and you have to take things that doesn't work for you. And that is the hardest part. I will have to say that it's not something that you're gonna do in one day. You have to really understand, this is what I like, this is the colors that I want, this is the color that really suit me, this is the colors that really work, this is the style that work, you know, on and on and on. And then you have to go to your closet and you have to really ask yourself, does this really will work with my wardrobe? And it's not about detoxing and taking everything out and, you know, just giving everything away. There's some stuff, and I like this from her, that you have some stuff that you don't want to get rid of, right? Like their emotional stuff that you love. So anyway, so you go through all that, and that takes a lot of time, and then you start to build your wardrobe. So you are going to, and this was the funniest part of this book. So she gives you an example of the ideal lifestyle that you have, right? And then it's so funny because it's so true, right? She said that, oh yeah, my ideal lifestyle would be me with a silk robe, lounging on my bed with a martini on my glass, or something like, it was something like that. But you know, it was very like Hollywood movies. But the reality is that I like very oversized, I would say, you know, I would say, yeah, I would say like huge t-shirts. I don't like those pajamas are long. I don't know the name of it, but but I was like, it was not me. So yeah, I would love to be walking around in my silk robe, but the reality is it's not me. So you can have this ideal lifestyle, and then you go and you do some other 2 weeks work of your actual lifestyle. So you will go and you will, you know, how many times you stay home, and you know what is your lifestyle is. I did, you know, I went to the gym 5 times. I just went out dining out 2 times in this 2 weeks. You know, go on and on. So there's a lot of that, and you want again, you want to be like so fancy, but the reality is that I had like 2 days or 4. I would say more like 6 days that I didn't do shit. Sorry, I didn't do anything. So it was just like, oh, okay, so you believe that you go out every single day, but the reality is that you stay in your house without even changing. So then you analyze both, right? Your ideal one with your actual one, and then from there you understand, you know, what do you need. So you purge. Now you want to know what you need. And she divides your wardrobe in 3 categories. So it's going to be the key pieces, right? Like the nice jeans that fit you perfect, like a leather jacket, a nice oversized outerwear or coat, you know, so stuff like that. And then you will have some statement pieces that are going to be like this beautiful top with a bunch of ruffles or a bow or whatever. And it's going to be the bold look. The statement pieces are going to be the bold look. So remember that lady that I was telling you about, she always got like this awesome stuff. Because that's what really gives, you know, like the injection of, I don't know, of ratness out. And then you check what your basics are. So key pieces, statement pieces, and basics. So I noticed that I didn't have a lot of the basics. So I, of course, was struggling with the fact that I didn't have like black leggings to be lounging on my house the 6 days out of 14. So I have a bunch of leggings that I use for my yoga, my job, right? But I don't want to use those in my house because, of course, they're like compression and you know, I will probably, they're gonna be around for a million years in this earth. I want something more breathable, less constrictive, something that probably I'm not going to be very sad if Clorox kind of like splash on my pants. So that kind of stuff. So I noticed that I just only had 1 legging. I was like, what? I only have 1 legging. So you do a lot of work, lot of work. and it's very eye-opening. So after that, you go and make a huge list, and you also work with colors. So remember that we were talking about colors that you like and dislike. So then you start making your color palette, and there's why I'm making this video. So I'm trying to make my own clothes, and I noticed that I am always very cold, and I don't have a lot of sweaters that are classic, sometimes statement, nice accessories. So that's why I am starting to do this awesome video just to explain my thought process on it. Okay, so here is my I will say color palette for my summer 2018. So you have here so you divide the colors in three. So you divide the colors as the main color, okay, and then you have the basic or the neutral. I would say you have the main colors, you have some neutral colors, and then you have accent colors. So there's big three. We call it the big three. So main colors, you have three, and then you will have the accent colors are four, and then you will have so let me zoom it out, and I will, there you go, there we go. And it's gonna look weird. So if I'm going to talk about my three main colors, it's gonna be this three. So for summer, I love to wear white. I love to wear ecru, or kind of like I would say ecru. And then I love a light gray. So these are gonna be my main colors. So I'm gonna have key items and some basics that are made out of these colors, and then I will have these two are a neutral color, so it's a navy and a black, and I will say I will go darker than this navy. And as accent colors, I'm gonna be like, what? So I'm gonna have kind of like a mustardy yellow. I couldn't find it, but I got that one. And then I love this cognac, and I love this color because I have a lot of like leather stuff. This color, like sandals, and I have boots, and I have purses, and then I love this red. So I can use this red as a top, I can use it as a belt, I can use it even on my lips, and then I love anything that is green. So I will say like a moss green will be better. I think this one, I don't know, this will be a moss green, but something lighter and kind of I would say cooler. So these are cool, and you have some warmth. So I like to combine cool and warmth, and it works for me. So I will wear this two, even this three with that, or you know, stuff like this together, navy, white, and I will have as an accent color or something like this on my wardrobe. Okay, so you see here that I have 5 knitted garments, and you're gonna be like, what, are you crazy? Who will do in 3 months 5 items? So I will say, yeah, it's very ambitious, but it can be doable. So I would say the main 3 ones are my top priority ones, and then these 2 are, I think, quick knits, and they're gonna be way more doable. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video, I'm gonna go back into it, I'm gonna talk about all of these and details in yarn. Okay, so very straightforward colors, right? Gray, white, ecru, navy, black, and then the accent color, they're a little bit weird when I look it up right in the palette, but for me they work like that. Moss green works very well for summer. I really love like those army kind of like greenish colors. I really love cognac brown. So with seeing that, you're gonna be like, okay, so you have some sweaters, and why not take the time to make some sweaters that I can really use this summer? So I have 3 that are very important for me to do, and I think they're doable. I'm not holding on into making the 3 or making the 5s. I'm just putting ideas out there. They don't have to come to completion. Today I feel this way, maybe tomorrow I feel that differently. So noticing that I am very aware that I'm open to, you know, new stuff. So the first thing, and forget for my printer, but we're printing back because we couldn't print. Anyway, so the first one, and I'm going to zoom it out, and I apologize because I know it's a lot, and forget for my nails. I've not done my nails in a while. So the first one is the Bowline by Layla Rave, and this is from that Sparrow collection that they launched. I think it was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. It's a very pretty short sleeve, kind of see-through shirt. It has a lot of details here, lace detail, and then you have a little bit stuck in it. You make it in 4 pieces, and then you just hand them together in the sides and then the back and the front. So this was made for that linen fingering weight. I don't remember the name. I think it's Sparrow. Hold on. Yeah, Sparrow. So it's for the Sparrow, and it used US 4, so it's going to be a little bit, you know, I'm very excited. So the yarn that I'm using, or I will be using, is this one, the Sparrow, and let me go get the color because I don't remember the color. This is the Sparrow, and this is 100% organic linen, and it's the color 255 or color mineral. They have some awesome colors, and they have some bright colors, so if you're into that, I will highly appreciate, you know, I will highly recommend it, but I think for my capsule this will work beautifully. So I'm really excited about that. And the other one that I have lined up is this one, and I want to make something like this, and let me zoom it out, and I know it's a little bit obnoxious. So this is the other one that I have. This is a pattern by Katia, and the name I think is Washi 20. I couldn't find anything else, and it's a tape. It's a tape yarn. I will say it's, of course, it's not wool, but it's a super bulky, and you work it in a size 19, US 19, and I think it's 15 millimeters. So very pretty. I think this I will use this one a lot because it's a layering piece, and very pretty with like a sleeveless dress or a strappy dress, like tank, like she has it there. A lot. I think this could be worked a lot, and I want one of those. I think they're very trendy, and it's you know, and I think this can be made in like 2 or 3 days. So I need to find that washi yarn. I don't know where I can find it, but I hope I can find it, and I want to do it exactly in that color and that ecru or white, and I think it's going to be beautiful. This is a paid pattern by Katia, and I think it was like $1.40. It was very cheap. It was cheap. I don't know why I submitted. I maybe want you to see all my grace. Anyway, so the other one that I am in love is with this one. And again, let me zoom it out, because this zoom, I cannot figure out the zoom. So here it is. So I'm moving it. Okay. So this is the Hugo. It's by Michiyo, and I put the name down there. And it's a heavy cable. Beautiful. I cannot wait to make this one. It's so gorgeous. So you start with the neck, and then you go down again. This is the pay pattern, and you go right, I will say, a little bit under the bust, and you start with your cable, and you have cables down through the bodice, and then you have them on your sleeves. And this version is a stripy one, ecru with navy or kind of like a grayish blue. and I think I'm gonna do that one. Oh, my hands. So this one, as for a 3 or 6, I think I'm in riding gauge. I was working on my gauge swatch, but had to, and it's use sport weight yarn. So I got sport weight yarn, and I got some cotton silk combo. So hold on. So I bought this one. I think did I show you last time? So I love my Noro. This is Noro Sonata, and this is a sport weight, and is a combination of cotton, viscose, and silk. So 35% cotton, 25 viscose, 20% silk, and then 20% polyamide. It doesn't say how you should wash this out, but I guess I can look it up. So it's gonna be my base. I'm gonna do exactly the same, and then for the other one I got a Fino. So I know it's a fingering weight. I am a little bit concerned, but I think I can't pull it off. It's going to be okay. Stop singing, Marilisa. Okay, so that is number 3, and those 3 are gonna be for sure. I'm gonna make sure that I do those. So this one, I wanna make it twice. And I know, you're gonna be like, what? Okay, so I love that Kaylin Hunter, what is it called? The Tekna. And I will definitely do that one because I have the yarn, everything is swatched. But I found this one by Megan Nuttaker. She has the Pip and Pin podcast. And the name of the pattern is called Mount Pleasant. And this is a paint pattern as well, and it has the same concept of the Tekna. I think it's equally cute. So you have the lace bottom, it's short cropped, and then you work up through the bodice, and then you make I think it's just one block, and then you make this detail of the sleeve. As for fingering weight, and then US 4 and 5 needles. So I have 2 that I want to, yeah. So trend-wise, I've seen that a lot of crop stuff, and I can talk about that later because I think it was going to be a super long video. But I've seen a lot of oversized, big cable, chunky sweaters for fall. And I've seen a lot of crop and like layering stuff. So this one in the Tekna will be definitely very well used, or trend. I'm not super trendy, but I like to stay current, So I have this one, and this one is the Erlux by Katia, I think too. So it's I will say a super dark copper yarn. Oh my god, you can see my, yeah, I'm gonna make my hair on Friday, okay? Anyway, so I think this will be beautiful, although it doesn't go with my colors. Well, it can kind of go with that kind of maroon, but I'm not very attached to this one because I don't think I'm going to get gauge with this one. Although I think I can get gauge, and it will look very pretty with this one that my husband brought me from, what is it? It's from the Argentina. I think I will place the name here. And this is on 100% cotton. So I'm not very excited about cotton. This one is made with cotton, and you can see there's a stain here. But yeah, I think this and this will look, yeah, and this. Oh my god, look at that combination. Isn't this pretty? Anyway, okay, and the other one that is a dream meeting, and I don't have the yarn for it. I went to buy it, and then I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna buy something for fall. Is this Shane by Layla Rave. Hold on. And this is for Quince & Co. again. And this one is, I think this will be a super quick knit. It's from last year. and I believe it's that worsted Kester. I think it's the yarn. It's that worsted linen that they have, and I think it's I've seen it even something similar in wool, but this one, oh my gosh, look at that. That is everything and more. So I'm not very hung up on that. I found a white in a crew. I found a black. I have not found a navy. So I may bite the bullet, although I have, oh, pull it. I have a yarn that may work with this one. It's linen too. So linen and silk. But it's a sport. But I think it works. It may work. No, it will not work. Oh my gosh, whatever. You know. Anyway, so this is my dream meeting. And that is for my fall. So again, I am not very hung up on this. This can be changed to anything new that's coming out. And I don't know why people now are still taking or like pushing out sweaters. To be honest, like why we cannot get like stores, right? And by January, you're pushing out patterns are for fall or summer or late spring. Like we need something, we need this pattern to come in like 6 months before the season start, or 4 months. Like now I'm seeing like sweaters or spring sweaters. Spring is already here. Like I don't know how fast you guys knit, but I don't knit that fast. Anyway, so I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show you my autumn color palette and potential you know what, I'm not gonna do that of the ward because that was too much. I'm gonna show you the colors and then we're gonna talk about patterns, okay? I'll be back. I'll try not to make this video super long because my daughter will be here soon. And then she will be like, what are you doing? Okay, so for fall, my, hold on, where's my notebook? So my main colors are gonna be this. Okay, so I have, let me zoom it out again. So I'm gonna have, okay, so I'm gonna have a bone white. It looks way darker than it's supposed to be, and this one doesn't look as dark. Anyway, so I'm gonna have a bone white. That's better. And I'm gonna have a really medium gray to a darker gray. Like I think grays, they're like all grays. And then I'm gonna have an ecru color. So these are my main colors for fall. And then I have two neutral colors. So it's gonna be brown and black. And you're gonna be like, what is going on? But hello. Like, what are you talking about? Like, seriously. Yeah. Ooh, you see that? That looks good. Anyway. Okay, so neutral colors, that mean G's, that mean whatever you want to do. And then I'm gonna keep this high. And then I have some accent colors. And then with the accent colors, I am so, I was so basic, but that's totally cool. So here we are. So I'm gonna take this 2, 3 down, and I'm gonna take you to my accent colors. And I am so freaking excited about these accent colors. So there we go. So I have mustard, I will say kind of like caramel, cognac color. I think that's so quincentennial fall. And then and then I'm gonna have a maroon or a very wine kind of brownish color. I don't know the name of that color, and I went to art school. That's not even funny. And then I have a very blood red. And then I have a very, I will say, this is kind of an orange, like a burnt orange. So here they are. Again, let me lift this up. So this is the main colors, and then it's gonna be my accent colors, and I think that's gonna be everything and more. So again, you have, there's a lot of, there you go. So there's a lot of colors that have shown that have those colors on. So if I want to try, I want to talk project, I already have one already done. Almost done. Almost done. I will not say it's almost done. But I have my plum from Junko Okamoto. I wanted to finish this before, and I have one sleeve to go. And then, yes, I know, Marilisa, you are so slow. Yes, I am there. So, anyway, here we are. Again, gray, blood red going on. Okay, so we saw and we talked about this color, right? And then this yarn, and if you see, I have some kind of, so this one can transition totally to the fall color. Okay, so the fall capsule. And I have a lot of stuff lined up. So I have, again, 5. So 3 that I am ready. Okay, so I have, again, 5 items that I have lined up. So 3 are going to be stuff that I have yarn for everything. So I would not even say that 3 I'm going to make and 3 I'm not going to make. I have yarn and even swatches for all of them. So, well, except one. Anyway, so I talked about this one last week. It's not nothing new. I've been trying to get yarn for this thing forever. It's the Twig by Junko Okamoto. It asked for sport weight. I got a fingering weight. I tried to get DK, didn't work. I got sport, didn't work. I finally got gauge with the fingering weight. And I have 2 colors that I showed last week in my acquisition. So this is the Araucania Wasco. This brownish again color. So I'm going to go back into my colors. This is going to be probably the same thing. And there you go. Kind of. And then going with the ecru and that toasted. There you go. So there you go. And I have my swatch. I got swatch with the number 2. So I'm so excited. It's going to be a little bit marble. And then you will have, it asks for 2 colors for the color work. But I think with this one it's going to be enough because you have enough variation. And I don't like to be very speckled. So this is number 1. And then number 2, I am going to make this one. So I have just eat my own stuff that I've been saying. So this is the Tecumseh sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And her last, I will say 2 sweaters, I was not a fan. I bought them, but I was not a fan. They were too busy for me. Like, it was not for me. Like, I'm not saying it was not good. It was not for me. So this one, I think she nailed it. I think it's very simple, very classy, very beautiful, elegant, feminine. And it asks for a DK, yarn, needles are 4 and 6. US, and again it asks for 3 colors. So I went to the internet and I went into Talt Yarn company, and I got this one. Is the Joao. It's a Portuguese yarn, and I got a brown, right? Well, this is not the brown. Where's the brown? Here it is. The brown, although it's darker. The ecru and that one color that I have on the other one. So I bought a orange color for the sweater, but I think this one will be totally me. And maybe if I get a mustardy, yeah, it was not the color that yeah, it didn't look right. I think this one will look totally pretty. I think it will look so pretty on or done. So I have that. That's 2, and then I have a number 3. I'm going to definitely give it a shot and do the Tekna by Caitlin Hunter. So I have 2 Caitlin Hunter. Nothing new, you have seen this everywhere. It's a fingering weight, US 6, and I bought this Smiling Touch that I talked about last week. And I think it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be exactly what my color palette is. And I'm not kidding, I'm not kidding. This is like godsend. And this is my little swatch. So I'm gonna have a little bit of lace work, and so I said that I wanna do this one. So who knows, I will go ahead and, oh, this will look so pretty. Anyway. So here we go. So pretty. Yeah. So number 3. And I have 2 that I will say they are for late fall. Coming into, and I'm already thinking about my winter capsule. Oh God. Better. Okay, better. Okay, so I bought this one for the twig. This is the Bigwah. Again, another Portuguese yarn. And I think I'm going to do this combination, right? And I have not talked about the pattern, but I will show. And I think I already said that. I'm going to do the Papas by Junko Okamoto. It's an oversized, beautiful, I wanted to make that exactly combo, but I think a reddish with, and I have a color like this, and I have a color like that, so I don't know, maybe this will be the money color, or it will be the other one, I don't know. So stay tuned for this one, and again, sorry. And again, this one feels so scratchy, but when you swatch and soak and let it bloom, it blooms so beautiful. So it has a little bit of scratch. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's so soft, but it definitely, it's night and day. I love, it's like opening a fortune cookie and you're like, ah! Okay, so last is this one that I have so many, but this is gonna be more fall into coming into winter. So this is the Soft by Midori House, and hold on. Okay, so this is the Soft by Midori House, and I said I didn't have any yarn. So this is a high neck, very oversized. Again, a cable goes down through the sleeves. They are like balloon sleeves. So there's a lot of, I don't know why I'm always scratching my head when I'm doing a video tip. I have no idea. I'm not kidding, I have no license. But I don't know why it's like a tick. Anyway, so this one asks for a worsted yarn. And I saw trend-wise a lot of this balloon kind of oversized and then balloon sleeves. So she is right on trends. Like this is gonna be like trendy, awesome. And I want to do exactly like this, right? But I think I have the yarn. So this is a yarn that my husband brought me from Argentina, and I have tons and tons and tons of it, and I think this is right what I need for this. So I think I didn't have any yarn, but I do have the yarn, so I am so excited about that. So here's my fall capsule or wish list or whatever. Okay. So I am out. I have all my plans. I'm super excited about that, and I have noticed that in my wardrobe I have holes that they're not in any of these ones that I have here. So I am in need of a gray sweater. So you will see that I have a lot of gray going on, and I do have a big chunk of, like, I have nothing gray. I'm not kidding. I have one that is gray. It's a turtleneck, and it's just like too small for me. So I really need a gray. So I have gotten this pattern. I got this pattern when it came out, and this one is not new, but it came out to be bought as a single. It's from the Lane, I believe, magazine. I may not be correct, but it's from the Lane magazine. It's by Vera Malinaki, and this is the piece of silver. So it's a crop turtleneck, easy sweater. I have seen it on and made, and it's really pretty, and it asks for a fingering weight, US 5. And in my first episode I showed this sweater that I was making. I said I frog it last podcast, and I do still have the yarn, so I think I have enough to make the piece of silver with this combination. So when I frogged the yarn, the two colors here together, it completely makes this beautiful, beautiful gray. So, hello. So I may have those in my needles, maybe not, but they need to be done. And another pattern that I noticed that I don't have, and I do really need, and this is and I was thinking about making this one in gray, but this pattern just came out, I think it was last week, and it's called the Rainy Drops. So here it is. Let me zoom it out. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So there we go. So Rainy Drops. Rainy Drops. So what I like about this one is she gave you two options. She give you a balloon sleeve, 3/4 length, or she gives you the regular one, which is like the so of course I'm gonna do the balloon one because it's trendy, and this one asks for a US 6 and US 4 fingering weight, and I'm thinking it asks for a lot of yarn. So I bought this yarn from We Are Knitters. It's not We Are Knitters, I know. I bought this yarn from Fiber for the People, and it's called the Minky, and it's the workhorse. I think this is a super wash nylon, and I bought 3, and this will be my fall capsule all together. Like, this will be everything and more. So all the colors of my capsule are here. So of course I'm gonna use it. So I have for fall 7. Yes. Anyway. I'm crazy. I need to stop buying shit. I need to stop buying yarn, and I need to start like finishing the plum that I've been like talking about this. I've been doing that sweater for a month in a week, like 5 weeks. I've never spent, well, I do have spent a lot of time in sweaters, but this one particularly is taking a lot of me. Like, we're not friends. So if you have any questions, just ask me. If you want to hear more about it, just let me know. If you hate this video, please, please, please don't unlike it, because I know you guys love to be behind your desk unliking stuff. Very passive aggressive. Anyway, so I hope this is inspiring to really dig deep and be like, okay, I'm gonna spend all this money. I'm gonna make it something that I will have forever and ever, or it's gonna be a piece, or it's gonna be a statement piece, or it's gonna be whatever that works for your wardrobe. So I hope I find yourself well. If I've not said this, I think I've not said it, but if you want to look me up, my name is Marilisalugo. I'm going to place the name here on Ravelry, and on Instagram I'm myblue_123, and I'll see you guys next week. Ciao!